Okie dokie. So, thank you for more folks coming to Wednesday. But make plans next Wednesday to come to tutoring. If you can, please. Task Tuesday. Make sure you're ready for that. We got a new notes assignment to go over. So, kind of more of the same with a new twist. But there's another form of quadratics that you're going to see, and it is called vertex form, which looks like that. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and do what it says, graph it in Desmos. So y equals x minus 3 squared plus 5. Now, it's not asking, notice, it doesn't ask us for the solution. So I know if you're looking at this, you're like, where's the solution? It's not there. And you're right, there is no solution. But it's asking us for the what? The vertex, right? So let's go ahead and look at the vertex. If you click it, it'll tell you exactly what it is, 3, 5, right? Now look up here. Where do you see 3 and 5 in this equation? Oh, it's right here and right here, Mr. G, right? It's in the actual equation this time because it's called vertex form. It should make sense, right? Vertex form looks like the vertex. But there's one little difference. Positive 5 is positive 5, that's the same. But inside this parentheses, instead of a positive 3, do you see this minus right here? Do you remember me saying insiders lie? Inside parentheses next to x is a lie. So how does it relate to the equation? The x, insider lies. The y is outside. That's it. Now, we got some quick notes on vertex form. All right, here we go. So focus in here. This will be short and sweet. Vertex form of a quadratic. So looking over to the left here, this is called standard form. Y'all remember this? You put it in order, ax squared plus bx plus c. Today, I'm showing you vertex form, where the a gives you either vertical stretch or compression, and it also can flip it over the x-axis. And then h and k are the vertex coordinates. Just remember, insiders lie. When you're solving it or finding a solution, you could either have 2 solutions, 1 solution, or no solution, right? Now, I'm going to just talk about this because we're not going to emphasize this too much. This is how you can solve this method using algebra. So if you're looking at this thinking, I like that, well then pay attention, I'm going to explain it, okay? But there is always the calculator way, which is also a very good way. Might take a few less steps, right? Okay, but I got to show you this, so check it out. If you start off with this equation, okay, your first step is you need to get everything by itself on one side. So the first thing you have to do is make sure it's equal 0. So you'd have to write equal 0. Then what? To get this by itself, you need to get rid of this minus 8 loner. What's the opposite of minus 8? Plus 8. Plus 8. Cancel, cancel. So this goes away. You rewrite this. 0 plus 8 is 8. Now, if I'm solving for x, the next thing I need to get rid of is this coefficient 2. To get rid of this 2, you divide by 2 on both sides. 2's cancel. And now you have this. 8 divided by 2 is 4. All right, next step. This is where it gets tricky. To get rid of a square, you have to do square root on both sides. And the square root cancel out. And when you square root 4, you have to put plus or minus in front of it. The square root always has two answers, positive and negative. Okay, now your last step. How do I get rid of a minus 2? Plus 2. Plus 2. And that positive 2 goes in front. The plus or minus square root of 4 goes next. And that means you're going to have two different answers, right? And you can simplify it, and you end up getting 4 and 0. Do you like the idea of having to do all that algebra? It's okay to do it. In fact, I think it's very good to do it. But there's more opportunities to make a mistake, right? There's another way where you're less likely to make a mistake, and guess what? It's on the calculator. Flip it over. The graphing method is what I suggest because you're allowed to do it on the STAR test. You might as well do it. If nothing else, this is how I want you to check your work for sure, okay? Gracias, Profesito. All right, well, here's how you do it. Ready? You're going to take that equation, you're going to graph it in Desmos, and then you're just going to look at the x-intercepts. Wasn't that easy? Graph it and look at the x-intercepts, right? There's only one thing that might be a little bit weird, is that if your answers don't match the answers that are given to you on the multiple choice. But I'm going to show you what to do in that situation down here. So we're going to do 4 of these together, and then I will let you work. So here we go. Number 1. Here's my equation. Now remember, it has to equal what? 0. Does it equal 0? No, sir. How do I get rid of a 18 that's positive? Subtract it. Subtract it. So now it equals 0 because there's nothing here. And I'm just going to rewrite all this here. 2x minus 4 squared minus 18. You can leave it like that. Kind of looks complicated, but you can leave it like that. Everyone looking up here? If you leave it like that, that's fine. Just type it in with x. No equals 0. 2 parentheses x minus 4 squared minus 18. Now, by the way, remember the vertex form? Insiders lie, positive 4 minus 18. Positive 4 minus 18. Hey, the vertex form works, right? But I don't care about that because it says to find the what? Solution. This does not ask you to find the vertex. It says solution. So I'm going to click the x-intercept and the x-intercept, right? 1 and 7. So it's asking you for a solution. One of these, 1 or 7. So which answer has 1 or 7? B. Isn't that a little bit easier? Graph it, x-intercept. Cool. Number 2 is going to be similar. Except number 2, is it already equal to 0? It looks like it is, right? So just go ahead and start typing it in. Once it's equal to 0, you're good to go. 3 x minus 8 squared minus 12. I should have a vertex at positive 8, negative 12. Hey, but I don't care about that because I'm looking for a solution. Solution 6, solution 10. A solution is, again, it's not 8. It's not a vertex. I don't need that point. I need only 6. I need 10. So it's going to be 6. Please be careful. If they say vertex, do vertex. But if they say solution, solution means x-intercept. You got to know it. Okay. Now, so far, this has been easy, right? So let me make it one little tiny bit spicier, and that'll be it. Okay. So this one is not equal to 0. Number 3. Get rid of equals 6 by subtracting 6. Subtracting 6. It equals 0. 2x plus 3 squared minus 6. 2x plus 3 squared minus 6. Now watch this. When I click these solutions, it's not a whole number, right? So if I look at my answer choices, the whole numbers are definitely wrong. I mean, I typed it incorrectly, as I can tell, right? So it can't be positive 6. There's no positive 6. It can't be positive 3. So check it out. Sometimes your answers are going to be in square root form. So do you have any idea how I can tell if these answers are equal to one of these numbers? You type them in. Here's the deal. If I type these answer choices into Desmos, I'll see what they equal to as a decimal, and I can see which of those decimals matches one of these. Okay? So here's what I mean. Type in answer choice A below. 6 plus 2 square root of 6. Okay, 10.89. Is 10.89 one of these x-intercepts? No. Let's type in the other one, make sure. Negative 3 plus square root 3. Negative 1.26 is pretty close to negative 1.268. Negative 1.2679. That's very close. Closest answer. That's got to be it. And that's how you do it. Okay. If you have a decimal answer and your answers are in square roots, put them into Desmos. Figure out what they're equivalent to. It's kind of a matching game. What equals what? Is that doable? I hope so. One more time. Number 4. It's not equal to 0. Minus 15. Minus 15. 3x minus 2 squared minus 15 equals 0. 3x minus 2 squared minus 15. Answer choices are decimals, so it can't be 5 and 7. Let's type these in. Negative 6 plus square root of 3. Is that one of these? Now you tell me, is this the same as that? Do these match? Kinda, but what's missing? This is a negative 2.67 on Desmos. This over here is a positive 4.23. They're not the exact same if the positive negative is wrong. Let's try the next one. 2 minus square root of 5. Now that, negative 0.23, negative 0.23, that's the answer, okay? You got to have the right sign or it will not work. Cool? So here's these on your notes. I got an assignment for you. Make sure you finish the one that's from 324, quadratic formula, earlier this week. Make sure you finish the quiz. And then tomorrow we're going to do something with the quiz. We're going to do some extension and reflection. And then Monday we'll probably do some either mixed practice or review. Tuesday we're definitely going to review. And then Wednesday we take a test or something like that. Or no, test is on the 1st. Don't forget. All right? All right. Here we go.